Hello everyone, this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. I wanted to make a video about champion buffs and buffs I would suggest Plarium or Raid would introduce. I made a little list and yeah, let's start with Richthof. Septimus needs a buff too, by the way. Septimus would really need either many hits for his A2, like 4 hits, or a complete reset if you kill something to be viable again. I think the 4-hitter would actually be better. So he could even out damage Newt, but yeah, that's difficult, I guess. Let me change the language shortly. Um, English. Okay. Oh, okay. About Richthof, I really think that Richthof doesn't have a place in the game anymore. Right now, I think that Theodore does everything better than Richthof himself. Let me see if it. Yeah, good. Now we have it in English for you. Theodore just does everything better than Richthof. Richthof has one poison buff debuff more, but he can't extend, he can't activate, and he even gets Theodore even gets resistance. Has an AoE A1 that does more damage and decreases speed, and he also he just can with his increased speed too. He can just cycle his turns so much better and so much faster, and he's overall faster and more tanky than Richthof. So I really think Richthof could be made a blank slate again and could be changed completely. They could turn him into a single target damage dealer or pretty much anything. They could also turn him into a champion that is completely about destroying max HP, for example, or they could make all his skills AoE, or they could make all his skills hit 4 times, so he's viable for Fire Knight maybe. Um, he just needs some rethinking. I think. Um, I had an idea about Raglan. Raglan is very special in the way that she doesn't place any buff as a supporter. And my idea for her would be to decrease the cooldown of this, maybe even to 2 turns, but at least by 1 turn to 3 turns cooldown. But I wouldn't mind her A2 being a 2-turn cooldown. She would have to be played on manual then, but I really think they could expand her her how do you say it her identity um, about not having buffs. So they could give her a passive that either reduces damage or even reduces ignore defense because she has a defense aura. They could give her a passive that's a bit similar to Harima. Maybe decrease ignore defense effects by 20% or something. Or they could give her a passive that gives her percent damage reduction when she doesn't have any buffs, and maybe scaling it a little bit down if she has 1, 2, or 3 buffs, and if she has like 4 buffs, she has 0 damage reduction. And this way, she would be much tankier and could actually serve her role even in PvP as a reviver and support. And one would also be immune against effects that specifically target buffs like Kimi A3 that plays debuffs based on removed buffs or something like that. She would have also been really good for Odin, the Odin dungeon then, because buffs were a really big problem in that dungeon. Yeah, she could be a champion that supports without uh, giving the team negatives based on the enemy team's buff hate skills, so to say. I really think they should extend this personality of Raglan. So, about the High Elves, um, yeah, there are many champions here that need buffs. For example, yeah, Alexander is pretty known for not offering too much. Also, pyxniel is still not where she should be, I think. Um, yeah, they could just buff her multipliers, buff her attack. Um, I really think that they should give her back her four hitter, I think, that placed freeze. And the her old ability would be really really good for Hard Fire Knight. But they decided to change it, and I really think they should reward the buff, so to say, that she is a viable option for Fire Knight, and they could also give her her passive a second effect that also interacts with HP burn debuffs. Maybe turns HP burn debuffs into freeze, and she also removes freeze, so you could be immune to HP burn. That could be a really cool idea against the new demon spawn faction unity champ Vulcanos. I really think it would be good to have counters against him, because this passive is so strong together with the incinerate. Oh, wait a second. The incinerate. Do I have it on my? Yeah, I have it here. Yeah, it's just too strong overall. 100% damage increase. Uh, yeah, I really think we need more things against HP burn. There are a few options actually. Yeah, I think Sikia herself, yeah, grants healing based on HP burn. Tunisia turns HP burns into, yeah, freezes into HP burns. Yeah, and allies under HP burn are immune to stun, sleep, freeze, fear, proof. Oh, nice. That wouldn't be bad actually. Tunisia is an option against. Yeah, but still, one would have to deal with the damage itself. Yeah, there are some options. Um, Let me think of another one. I think dwarves. Gronja has something. And no damage. Yeah, yeah. It's just a selfish effect. It doesn't have any use for the whole team. Yeah. HP burn really is a PvP viable now with Vulcanos. Okay, so yeah, I think pyxniel could be changed. I really think they should revert her A3 into a multi hitter. I think it was even five hits at random. Yeah, and all with I think 75% to place freeze. Uh, that's really really good for finite, man. It's pretty much uh, reducing the finite's turn meter to zero, or like from 100% down. Like I think uh, Knut can apply 45% with 3 freezes, and 5 freezes would be, let me think. 60, 75. 75% turn meter with just one ability is not bad. And actually, if it would be a free turn cooldown, then also pyxniel would be very, very viable. And also these books are ridiculous. Yeah, she likes to read. Okay, yeah, that's pyxniel. They could also buff Shiromani. Um, yeah, she's a difficult case. She also has the freeze here. Um, they could improve this chance. She could then also be Fire Knight viable. This heal. Yeah. Also 4 turn cooldown here. I really think she needs something else. She has no place in the game right now. Maybe give this A3 also heal reduction or block buffs or something. Maybe she needs a passive. Yeah. She's all about freeze and healing. Yeah, they could give her something that um hmm, healing and freeze. I'm trying to think of something on the spot right now. Yeah, they could just extend her personality with healing based on freezing enemies, maybe. A bit like, I think it's who is it? Um, where is he or she? Archak. Yeah, this passive also heals based on HP burns and gives turn meter based on freeze. Maybe they could give her a passive that's the other way around, like healing based on freeze and turn meter based on HP burn or something. Yeah, that would be something worth thinking about. Um, Also, Roanas and Royal Huntsman could see some improvements, I think. This one really hits hard, but it's a 5 turn cooldown. It doesn't block revive, and yeah, they're just not up to date anymore. I really think they need something. They look like epic champions to me. They could use some passive ability that improves their damage or makes them avoid death, or yeah, they just need something more. Another debuff here. Um, hmm. They could, yeah, this is based on critical. Based on critical, they could give this ability something based on critical, and also give him a passive, like they could even give him a passive that makes him always crit, and then he doesn't. He wouldn't have to build any crit rate, and you could go all into crit damage and attack. That would be nice, I think. And ignore defense 100%. Yeah, together with block revive is a bit much, maybe. But getting an extra turn wouldn't be bad. Or making this a skill that hits like 3 times, because we have many champions that ignore 100% defense right now. And yeah, we have UDK in the meta, and Mortimer Carp with this double hit was already struggling to kill with just one hit. And we now have Queen Eva with her A2 hitting very hard and blocking revive. Maybe we could use a skill that has 3 hits, so 2 of the 3 hits go through to actually kill the target. Then maybe don't give it block revive, but instead an extra turn or something. And Roanas, he's very similar to Royal Guard, but a bit different. Like this hits 3 times and ignores 50% defense, and then ignores increased defense, shield, and block damage. Yeah, he also needs something. Um, block buff for just one turn. Mm, stealing a random buff. Hmm. It's not. That's not too bad, but one turn is a bit. Yeah, just make this 2 turns. Um, this one. Hmm. I don't know, man. He also needs a passive very dearly, and yeah, the second effect is quite cool. So he gets turn meter when he doesn't land the stun, but he also just dies. They just need something to survive, or they need more options or something that they can go through certain effects or shine in certain situations, in my opinion. And I even think Ethos could use a buff, to be honest. Maybe make this higher, like 30%, or actually, yeah. They could give him a passive based on his glowing shield. Maybe if he loses. I don't know, man. Yeah, I really think they should give many of the old champions new passives. Seriously. And yeah, Biggin, he really needs some love. His defense is really low. The percentages on these debuffs is so low. Like, this is 50% stun. Okay. And here we have 30% chance to place decreased speed. Really? Like, make this 100% and lower the cooldown to like 3 turns, man. And yeah, this is ridiculous. 7 to 5 turn cooldown. This is completely too much. Like, he doesn't even hit that hard. And yeah, he could also use a passive based on his. Yeah, maybe his first attack in the battle deals double damage or something. Like, he comes out fresh and hits you really, really hard with his first hit. Or the other way around, his third hit or third used ability deals like 50% extra damage or something. They could really give him something to yeah, make him viable again. Same with Ignatius. These cooldowns are also way too long. The stun chance. I really think they should make him give this an AoE too. Like, all AoE. They look like they could smash the earth so hard that everyone falls over. So I really think they should get this aura is also pretty bad, and yeah, they could give him a passive like molten skin or something that protects him. Like, the first 2 hits or 3 hits he takes, um, yeah, get reduced by 50% or something. So you can, may uh, yeah, you can clap his armor away, or yeah, or and it restores with a placed HP burns or something. A bit similar to the blessing that's best on Rhodos. I don't know if I have it on Rhodos. Yeah, I have it. Ward of the Fallen. This also reduces damage, and yeah, I really think Ignatius could use something like that. And also, Ignatius' base defense is pretty low for a defense champion. Speed is also quite low. What was Biggin's? Yeah, he's faster. Um, yeah, I think the other ones are fine. Jeroboam, this one, eh, I I just turned him into fragments for Maud. I really don't think that he's viable. I think he's a joke character. But some maybe, yeah, one could argue. I really think this one should be 100%. Like, seriously. Or even have the same effect of Kaja. Kaja reduces, yeah, is immune to turn meter and gets turn meter based on the attempted reduction, and like something like this. She's much more viable against turn meter reduction. And yeah, she needs the resistance though against Armans. A2. Yeah. So where were we? We were at Ogren Tribes. Yeah. I think the other ones are quite okay. Most of them have a role. Belita is actually quite good in Siege or uh, Cursed City because he's HP based and not support based. Most revivers are support, and there are very few HP based. Like this tag here makes him different. Most of them are labeled as support, not as HP. I don't know if he can hit actually. Um, I've never checked his multipliers. Okay, let's go on. Lizardman. Man, I really think Dracomorph. Yeah, he's fine actually. Maybe some more speed or something, or more HP. But yeah, I really. This is good against Hydra, for example, but most of the time you want to hit and deal damage. Um, yeah, he's a special case, I think. He's really good against Clan Boss still. Yeah, I wouldn't touch him for now. Yeah, Roxanne. Hmm. Actually, Lizardmen I think are fine as they are, especially with Theox now in the roster. They really needed another good damage dealer besides Fushan. They still don't have a good, yeah, pure attack damage. Yeah, Roxanne. Yeah, he needs his veil, but then he's okay. Okay, let's go on. Skinwalkers. Oh man. Uh, I really think they should buff the old to yeah OGs, so to say. The Norok. Yeah, he has very low HP for a defense champion. He's quite fast though, and I like his passive. I never actually pulled him myself, but um, yeah, I really think he doesn't look like a legendary champion anymore. This one needs more debuffs, like heal reduction on top of it, or even decrease accuracy or something. Or I really think he needs a third ability, another AOE or something that fits a defense-based champion. Maybe increase defense and attack, uh, like give him a charge, like some jump on top of the enemy. Like he's a fat guy, he can really go in there and smack them or jump on top of them and body slam them. I would really like to see something like that from Norok. Like even all the spikes and everything on his body, he could really just run over them. Or yeah, I really think they should give him another skill to charge in there and cause havoc, and maybe even give a fear or uh, yeah, I think decreased accuracy makes sense. So they're tumbling and yeah, have to get up and can't have to reorient themselves, so to say. And yeah, then the accuracy is off. Yeah, I think it would make sense. Um, his aura is okay. I really don't like specific auras. I really like the all battles auras, but yeah, his A1 is fine too. Um, yeah, actually, his weapon looks a lot like the weapon of Snake Crack, I think. Yeah, Snake Crack is fine. The other one I would buff is Longbeard. I I only see him used for his A3, and I really think that his A2 should be AoE. Maybe even, yeah, keep the weaken and oh, it goes on a 2-turn cooldown. I didn't even know that. Yeah, still, I think this needs to be. It can stay a 3-turn cooldown. Remove this or go up to 4 turns and give it an AoE. Give him an AoE. Like this champion is only single target and maybe even give him a passive like Horde's Fury. I really think they could give him like this is the Horde or just Skinwalkers themselves. Maybe give him a passive that increases his any of his stats like his attack or his overall damage even more based on the Skinwalkers in his team or based on Galen Pact champions like Organ Tribes, Lizardmen, Orcs, and Skinwalkers. And yeah, I think that would fit this horde thing and being a leader and yeah, going in there with all his allies and causing havoc. I like his A1. I think it's fine. Yeah, I really think he needs an AoE, so he's a bit more useful in the waves before one gets to, for example, Fire Knight or something. Yeah, I think that. I really think Longbeard needs this to be more viable. Brachus, I think, needs just better multipliers on his skills. I've never seen this one tested out together with Boland. Um, like the damage should be insane, actually. Um, I'm surprised no one of the content creators did this. Yeah, who else do I have on my list? I have a few Undead Hordes champions. Let's go through the orcs shortly. Um, yeah, they recently buffed King Garok. Is it already buffed? I think so, yeah. Or is it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe it still needs time to make its way into the game. Um, yeah, Roba is a bit like so many of the old champions could use a passive ability or like something. um, it would be really really cool if yeah he needs to be um, combined with someone that places stun, for example, Mikako or something. The old champions, man. There's so many old champions that need a passive ability. Like three abilities for an champion is not much. I think Krila is fine though. Um, Grohawk. I really would want this to be all battles, man. Like just like Fushan, the the magic affinity equivalent, an all rounder. I have my Grohawk in stun set, by the way, for Centranos, and that way I really think he has some value. It also fits this big axe. Let me show you. Um, wait a second. Where's my Grohawk? Grohawk. Yeah. Ah, I don't even have the stun weapon on him. Where is it? Stun set. Yeah. This axe is like, it's his axe, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go back. Zaguna, I really don't think she's viable in any way. I haven't tested her out or saw her. I actually saw that she does quite a little bit of damage with her abilities, but uh, yeah. I think she is an attempt to stay alive and not die together with Aragas. I don't know. I really think Aragas is a very interesting and cool champion, by the way. Yeah, I would just change this aura, do something with a robot to make him up to date. A little something. Maybe give him a passive ability or. He's almost fine as he is. Maybe give this a 3-turn cooldown or an extra turn if he kills someone or something. That might be enough already. Okay, so let's go to the demon spawn. I really think demon spawn are okay as they are. I really think all of them have their place and are strong. And yeah, so here we have the three vampires. Marshalet, Nethril, and Bloodgorged. I, I really think he needs a passive ability. There are so many abilities that vampires have. Like his ability could be that, look at him, man. He likes to kill someone and drink their blood or eat their flesh. Um, man, I really think he's not bad actually. His speed is alright now. He hits hard, he blocks revive, he puts skills on cooldown. He has a decreased defense, like 55%. What is this? 50, 75 on a two-hitter? Not bad actually. But he hasn't made his way into the meta yet. And I really think he could use a passive ability. Or another active ability, or just an extra effect on his ability. Maybe not on here. This one is good as it is, but yeah. If he kills, I would say if he kills two enemies, he gets an extra turn. Or as soon as he killed two enemies, he gets an extra turn. Like one enemy is not enough, a second kill, and he pops off. That would be really cool, I think, on him. Nethril. Yeah, Nethril, in my opinion, has a little bit of a problem. Like, he's really, really good for progression and against waves, and also against bosses. But for endgame, he doesn't have a place anymore. And he also has the problem that he tends to overcap the debuff bar with poisons. And so his A3 is fine, by the way. His A2 is also quite good with his 75% chance to stun, and if it doesn't stun, it's a decreased speed, so he can be used as decreased speed for Hydra. But I really think that he needs a passive ability to trigger poisons, or like I really think they could make him the poison vampire, and or he gets stronger with each poison on the enemy. That would be really cool, I think. Like he gets for each poison debuff on the enemy, he gets 10% more damage, like or even 20%. So he could pop off then, and then too many poisons on the enemy wouldn't be a huge deal. Yeah, maybe just give this also this A1 also the possibility to activate poisons, not just place them. That would be a welcome change, I think. Back in the day, Nethril was the poison guy, together with Xavier, I think. Yeah. And Marshalet, actually, Marshalet is almost fine as he is. Um, hmm. He's the guy that solos a few bosses for me in Centranos. Maybe he's fine as he is, but would also like to see something based on, yeah, healing maybe. He heals so much that he could, like, hmm. He's not there in terms of damage yet. So I think for each time he exceeds his like give me an example. Let me give an example. When he has 40, for example, he has 45,000 HP, and if you over the battle he healed more than 45,000 HP, he then gets some kind of boost. Mainly damage, I would say. Look at him, man. I really think Marshalet is a great design. He got buffed back in the day. He was really weak, I guess, and got a lot better. I also think Harvest Jack could use some buff. Can he remove buffs? Yeah, his passive does. When attacked. Hmm. Actually, I think he would be really good in a provoke set. Now that I think about it. 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown. Yeah, why not? He's a very special champion. Um, I, I think he was he? Yeah, he was a fusion, but I never got him. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Dark Elves. I actually think the Dark Elves are also all pretty much very strong. Noct doesn't have a place in PvP yet. Vizier doesn't have any AoE. Okay, he's single target for bosses and so on. Or debuff spreading, yeah. Ultan really needs a buff. Ultan. Oh man, this guy. Oella is really cool actually, together with him, but he just doesn't hit the mark. This A2 is really weird. It hits quite hard, but the conditions are way too hard to achieve. Like most of most debuffs in PvP are just he couldn't take a turn, so he can't use his A2. Um, yeah, 50% chance each hit. Each hit. Hmm. Yeah, I really think he needs an AOE decreased defense or something like that to so he need another debuffer for him. He needs to fill a whole role by himself. And I really think if he is together with Oella, this ignoring 50%, change this to 100% or make it irresistible or something. Um, same here with the sleep. Like having to build accuracy on him is just too much. It's not possible to reach the damage one needs with him and also building accuracy. Yeah, it just doesn't work. I have both, but I even pulled him a few times. Yeah, Chromax. I really like his A1 actually. His A2 needs lower cooldown, or I really think this could be turned into an AoE, man. Why not? Just turn it into an AoE. And this one needs a lower cooldown by 1 turn. This one is actually fine. I never tried it out yet, but I think this one has potential together with Mithrala. So if he's before her in the if he's the leader or before Mithrala placed in the champion order, I think he could place a hex and immediately trigger Stone Skin from Mithrala's passive. I don't know if it works, but I think it could work. So I was never so down on Chromax as many others. I just think these two abilities need some love. Like this AoE, maybe even remove this turn meter. Oh, why not? Stick with it. Um, or turn this into a 2-turn cooldown. I don't know. I really think he could use some remove buffs or steal buffs on this if it stays a single target. But I would turn this into an AoE. I actually really like that they introduced the defense champion in Dark Elves. I think he's the only defense champion. Besides uh, Mithrala and Vizix. Yeah, I think the other ones are fine here. So Knights Revenant, Narma. Oh my God, Narma really, really, really needs a buff. Man, she's so useless. Compared to Theodore, she's trash. She's real trash. I really think they should make her into a full supporter with poisons. Like, this is useless. Random buff by one turn. One random buff. Uh, three random debuffs by one turn. Man, Vizier or Gwendolyn would laugh at this A1, because they increase the duration of all buffs, and not just three. Um, Now that I think about it, it's not too bad, but yeah, this needs some love. I would give her maybe a revive ability that also heals. Like, make her into a full supporter. Like, she's based on life energy or blood or I don't know, toxin trance, weirding dance, crescent, revive. If she kills someone, maybe these things. She has these round things. I don't know, but she desperately needs a buff. Like, why is this attacks one enemy? Maybe give this attacks one enemy 4 times or 3 times. So she could be made into a giant slayer. Oh, this is just attacks once. Oh my god. Yeah. They could give her more attack and give her like all 3 hitters or 4 hitters, so she gets a giant slayer viable and really can take on the clan boss and do more damage than she does right now. This is a dungeon aura. Maybe she's made for Ice Golem. Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, she seems like she's made for Ice Golem, but then this would need to be an AoE, so she doesn't hit this on one of the Ice Warriors, and it doesn't land on the Ice Golem itself. Yeah, at least this. Okay, we found something for her. Bystolphus, man, he still needs better multipliers, I think. Look at this base attack. Yeah, Shemnath also needs a little bit more damage. Otherwise, I think she is fine. Did I have her on my list? No. Yeah. Otherwise, the other ones seem to be fine. Thea, maybe she needs some ignore defense or some way to get her first turn or something. She would be really cool if she, yeah, this passive gives extra, no. This gives an extra turn. Wait a second. I thought she has another way of getting extra turns. Ah, yeah, this decreases this one, and this gives extra turn, yeah. Yeah. I really think she's not that far from being viable. I got owned by her once in PvP. I think she was in Stone Skin, I couldn't remove it, and she blasted me. Yeah. I think I forgot the Barbarians, right? And also Sacred Order. Sacred Order. So Nicholas needs a buff. Maybe just damage. Yeah, Gretel and Hansel need to be seen, how they develop. But actually, I think most of them are fine as they are. For the Barbarians, I had Altan on my list. I would turn this one into an AoE. And yeah, maybe give him a a third ability or so. But this turning this one into an AoE would pretty much fix him, I think. Honestly. Yeah. His damage is actually not bad, but he just needs something more. And yeah, always being only single target is not good enough. Still, also I think she needs buff. I think her multipliers could be higher. She doesn't hit hard with her A2. It has really low multipliers. I think it's only 2.5 or 3 or something. Like added together. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't have any other of the barbarians. The barbarians are actually fine too, especially with the Asgard Divide champions Odin, Loki, Thor, and Freya are now in the team. Um, I would love to see Jetney being more viable. I think she doesn't hit hard enough, but I didn't get her myself. This is a this one is really, look at this. I didn't manage to get Jetney myself. Yeah, I there was a summon rush at the end. I wasn't going to spend like 6 sacred shards on her. I decided against it, and I gambled on her being on getting her last 5 fragments on some extra event. They often do this around Christmas, actually, that you can get. Did this not? They don't do it anymore, but they did it that you can like get 5 or 10 fragments at the end of the year to complete your missed fusions. But I don't think they will do it anymore. Yeah. So let's go to the dwarfs. I think the dwarfs. Yeah, only Force Affinity needs some love, I think. Nari, Granja, Borga, and Mountain King, all of them, I really think they need buffs. He, this could be higher. I think if this would be 20 accuracy, he could see some, use in arena, but it's way too hard to get his accuracy high enough. And also with Stone Skin in the meta, yeah, this at the start was random buff. Yeah, I don't think he actually is too bad. If he gets many turns and if he stays alive, he can be a little bit like Uko, but he's just not there yet. Maybe this with a lowered cooldown on 3-turn cooldown, and yeah, this actually is a 3-turn cooldown. I really think he needs increased accuracy on himself. Like maybe get increased accuracy on himself before he uses this ability. And also get more accuracy here. So you can still build him with damage or enough speed so he takes enough turns and really can do his shenanigans. Yeah, I think a Nari +4 would actually be usable, but then again, do you want to use a whole slot on your live arena team for Nari? Or would you just use Thor or Armons or who else? Yeah, just some other buff remover that does so much. Nari just can't compete with them as it is. Actually, he does quite good damage. I've seen him deal quite an amount in Savage gear and with high defense and yeah, good damage stats. But yeah, it's just for PvE, I think. Granja is, yeah, this one really needs to be a 3-turn cooldown, like seriously. And this one being single target, yeah, needs also needs to be AoE, and yeah, I think give this more hits so he really gets the turns up. Like, I really think that HP burn champions that can't activate have fallen off massively. Even Tomisia isn't used as much because she can't activate the HP burn debuffs. She is more of a champion that hits, does the damage with hits, and also can place HP burn. Like, she gets outclassed by Ultimate Gallic really hard, I think. Ultimate Gallic is, in my opinion, the best HP burn champion with this ability. Um, yeah, Tunisia has her certain situations where she's good because she also places stun, and this one can decrease turn meter really hard, even on uh, Spider Hard, because this gets added and isn't counted together but is counted individually. So she can even solo Spider 25, I think. Not hard, but normal. Yeah, I built her for this, but never really got around to use her. So let's go back to the dwarves. I really think Borgan also needs major buffs. Like, why he has why no, it's Borga Grunja. Yeah, Grunja needs AOE's or more hits or even damage maybe. Um, yeah, he's not. He's a Doomtower champion. People hate him. Okay, so yeah, Boroga. Why has he so low speed when he's having this? I really think he needs to be able to keep this up 100%. So 3-turn cooldown or give him an ability to increase buff durations. Um, yeah, this maybe increase this to 20% less damage, and yeah, this is quite a joke actually. This could be 30%. This could be a full cleanse, and this one increase defense on one ally with the lowest HP. Like, what the fuck? What is this, man? he, this could be all allies and it wouldn't be OP. This could be a full cleanse and 30% max HP and it wouldn't be OP. And this could be 3-turn cooldown or and it still wouldn't be OP. Like, I really think because he was the first increased resistance champion that they were very cautious to not go overboard and were scared that increased resistance is so OP that no one can get through anything. Yeah, his speed is not there. Like, he's outclassed by a mile by Oella. Like, Oella's 110 speed and yeah, also gives turn meter, so the allies actually take their turns, and yeah, he's just not there, man. He needs major buffs on all his active abilities. And yeah, Mountain King. But Mountain King is basically a minion at this point. He needs a major buff. He needs some way to like 100% target increase. Yeah, even if he would ignore 100% target defense, he wouldn't be OP. His cooldown is even like you could give him 100% ignore defense. You could give him 3-turn or two-turn cooldown, and he still wouldn't be OP. Like, there's so many good revivers now in the meta. There's so much stun and everything going on. Most likely, Mountain King never takes a turn, and yeah, his base resistance is high. But and also this, I really think they should just make him an HP champion. Keep his base stats. Maybe get his speed up by 10. He doesn't have to be that slow. Um, Yeah, they went with a RPG idea with him. I really would like to have him have an AOE damage ability, like this one with as an AOE and with a 3-turn cooldown even. It still wouldn't be OP, and this one, like, come on. What is this? On a legendary champion. Like, hitting hard is not enough anymore. And even if he's tanky like no one else, he still gets smacked down by a George at A3 or like something that ignores 100% defense, or yeah, he's just not there. Like Newt is a better version of him, just with Spirit Affinity. Like this, they really have to do something about Mountain King. I could make one +4, by the way. I pulled him so often. Let me check. Uh, Here, where is he? +3. I could make +3, but still. I don't use him anywhere for anything. I really think he needs a buff. So let's go to the last faction. Um, I actually think most of them are fine. The only champion that really still needs a buff, I think, is Ruak. Ruak looks so cool, man, with his green blade and everything. And yeah, his A1. Yeah, he's the type of champion that should be able to survive but doesn't, because he's so like this one needs to grandson. This one needs to give the buffs for 3 turns and give an extra turn or something. Yeah, maybe the taunt is a bit OP to be there all the time, but he's the tank. He's designed as someone who takes everything, but he just doesn't can't he even in PvP and PvE he gets outshined by Gizmag and even a Packmaster, I think. And yeah, I really think they could make him into a damage dealing champion. He looks so cool, man. Like, do some green lasers or something. Or have some leaf attack like Razor Blade from Pokemon or something. Or like shoot razor blades out of his sword, or summon a huge Dryad, or I don't know, or vines or something. Yeah, they made him into a tank champion, but he needs maybe give this even an AoE hit on top of it. So he can be used with provoke set, so the enemies actually have to uh, attack him, or give this also provoke for 1 turn. Yeah, I think the provoke on this for 1 turn would be a good idea. But then still he needs an extra turn to go into his A2 then. Yeah. Like make these buffs all 3 turns, or even and decrease the cooldown? No. No, just either. I really think they should make this 3 turns and give him an extra turn. Or just keep it as it is and and give it an extra turn, so he can use his A2 afterwards and apply provoke. Even then, he wouldn't be OP in my opinion. Yeah. So that was it about the legendary champions. They mostly seem to buff only legendary champions. I think most of the epics have their place in progression. Um, yeah, this one could be buffed. Like the list of epic champions that uh, could use some buff are endless. Especially, in my opinion, some of the Skinwalker epic champions are like completely useless. Like Rain Beast nowadays, or Ripper doesn't have a place. Yaga is atrocious. Um, yeah, Flash Terror could use some lower cooldowns. Mm, yeah, also Barbarian epics are yeah many of them are trash. Tashada is trash. R2 is unusable. Jotun, yeah, can deal some damage, but is like never used. Um, yeah, I think Skinwalkers and Barbarians are special in having very few good epic champions. Also, Sacred Order, like Lady Atessa, is even she got buffed once, but still, and Adriel is a joke. Like, look at this, uh, 5 turn cooldown, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they think with some epic champions. Many of them don't have any use, but actually, yeah, sometimes you just need food, and it's not a huge deal to have to pull a bad epic champion. It's just uh, yeah, just at the beginning, if you pull a bad epic champion, you might be bummed out a little bit, but then again, you get so many that it's not such a big deal. I would actually like to see more uh, rare champions uh, being usable. I actually maxed out quite a few of them. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah. So let me end it here. Um, yeah. I just think Plarium really needs to look at many of the champions that have fallen off. Like when I really think they could make it so that new players, when they get a legendary champion, they can always use him and not regret maxing them. I really think they did a good job with most of the legendary buffs so far, and Blind Seer is the last candidate of my list. Um, yeah, they could buff Samar actually from the dwarves. His damage is still not there, but yeah, he scales with buffs on the enemy, and his passive is actually really good. He just needs more damage still, and then he would pop off. But he's okay-ish. Blind Seer, I think, is the only Void legendary champion that is really bad right now. Um, Actually, her speed is really nice, and she is usable with protection set. So she can make you immune to debuffs on a 75% chance, and also give the shield. But shield is now right now so bad because of White King Narcissus that she's not used anywhere. And White King Narcissus was a guaranteed champion for I think it was 130 or 20 voids. Her A1 is good against Fire Knight, and her revive is also on a 5 turn cooldown. And block damage is not used on herself, so yeah, it's a bit like Uko, but is it worse? Allies with 35% HP and block damage, but not on herself. Let's look at Uko to compare. Where is he? Uko. There. Yeah, Uko is a lot better. Like more HP. Uh, and okay, this only places block damage on the revived ones, but I think Blind Seer places it on everyone, even the ones that didn't get revived, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's actually a little bit just different. But I would put this on a 4-turn cooldown. I would. Is it OP? If she can use it without reviving anyone? So it's just block damage for 1 turn. Like, they could. With minor buffs, Blind Seal could be extremely OP. Extremely OP. Like, if this one would give block damage for 2 turns, even if no one is revived, or even if someone is revived, plus this ability, she would already be like top tier. Her aura is really good, by the way. But yeah, speed aura would be even better. But she her base speed is like the highest in the game that's possible. So she can take the first turn and apply this one. But the shield is a problem a little bit. Um, yeah. Maybe they could make this A2 place block debuffs and unkillable or block damage. Then she would be instantly OP. Or strong, at least. I don't think there's a single champion that does block debuffs and block damage. There's Man-Eater with the unkillable and block debuffs. Let me check if there is someone. I might not have the champion, but block damage. Block damage. Where is it? There. And block debuffs. Yeah, there's no one. Yeah, she could be the first champion to do that. It might be a little bit OP in protection set, and I think the only counters would be Uko and Sheep, and yeah, but I think they could experiment with Blind Seal. So let me check my list if there's someone left. No, I don't think so. Yeah, we're through. So I hope you enjoyed my list. Let me know if you think that I'm insane and many of the buffs would be OP. But I really think most of my suggestions had some thought into them. I would also like to see Champfort be like a boss, like have a third AoE ability, or like deal more damage, like be an HP nuker, or turn him into a defense-based damage dealer or something, or some ability that scales with his HP. So each turn he gets 5% more HP up to 100% or something, and his damage scales off HP. So he could like grow exponentially or something over time, a bit like Rhodos or Harima with her defense. I really think that would fit him, um, because he's like the first boss in the game, and yeah, I think such a passive would also fit his aura well. Yeah, let him get more HP the longer he survives, and turn him into an unkillable raid boss. Yeah, this one should mark the end here now. Let me know what you think. I really think these would be good changes to all the major legendary champions, and I really think that these are the ones that need the buffs. The other ones can stay as they are. I really think they did a great job with Loriaka, for example, this year. And also, yeah, War Chief is a lot better now. This A2 is much better than before. Yeah, they made some good changes. They got some champions viable, like Hakorn with 3-turn cooldown is much better. And yeah, this one, I don't know if he can actually smack hard enough, but yeah. Okay, let me end it here. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye bye.